Mic check, mic check. Astronaut. What's up, y'all? We're just gonna jump into it. Happy Black History Month, as always. I'm keeping it real. I'm not showing any more inventors. That's what you do in the beginning of the month. Towards the end, you just remind everybody how short it is. Because the month's almost over. The shortest month of the year. The reality is a troll. Oh, I'm just kidding. Actually, I don't know. But yeah, real quick, before we start the show, this is what we on today. This is the education we on today. It's thriving inside of me. What is the Byzantine general problem? Or the Byzantine generals. My bad, generals. All right, it's a game theory problem. How did decentralized parties arrive at consensus without a trusted party or a trusted central party? Now, I bring in this up right now because more and more, I guess you can say, let's go to the board. More and more confusion seems to just be where everybody's head is. And it's kind of funny, in my opinion, now that I'm in crypto, for as long as I've been in crypto. And again, I'm different. I'm 100% different. There's a few people like me. Shout outs to everybody that follows the channel, hits the like button. I feel like you guys are kind of like me. You're my tribe. But there's a few people that really understand this blockchain shit is the backbone of the success. Meanwhile, we have the other side of crypto, which I would say is the mainstream, where they fabricate a narrative, make some reality TV, you know, instead of just telling you that the price is going up because Bitcoin solves the Byzantine generals problem. Right? How do you stop getting attacked when you don't have any allies? How do you create allies? How do you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you be a singular entity of something and create allies so that you can become a garden? It's a hard ass problem to solve. Yet Bitcoin figured this out. And how did Bitcoin figure this out? Again, it's blockchain, and Nakamoto's consensus is what helps solve the Byzantine generals problem, right? Hash rate all-time highs in Bitcoin right now. One day you'll type in Bitcoin hash and it'll be a strain of trees. Yeah, hash rate is going dumb. And this is what Satoshi was talking about 13 years ago. He was basically we be saying that this is what the probabilities were of this type of consensus where everyone agrees, hey, you got to pay some gas to get in that block. And we're all going to agree on an honest chain. One chain that we all say is the same. We're going to use our computers to validate this too. So, right, you're going to use your computer to validate this. So you ain't got to do it. You just got to make sure the computer is not running errors that is validated incorrectly. So shout out Satoshi, because now this theory here, this hash rate theory in X1, we're actually probably the only blockchain experimenting with this shit. Like, the more and more research I do, I just can't find anything. Well, we gonna get into this shit, man. I am being myself. What's up, y'all? What up, cyberspace? How's it going, internet land? This is your boy, Crypto Bruh, aka More World Pizza DJ / producer. Made the beat, that's below. If you like it, go to my website, listen to my mixes. I don't know. I'm still trying to like shill that I'm a musician, even though people just come here for the crypto. But it's cool. I guess it's my own little research project. Some people do show up for the beats and they compliment me on them. So fucking love ya. If you do show up and say, yo, the music's actually kind of tight. You're a real one. But if you're here for the crypto content, I arms wide open. Please Keep showing up. Keep hitting that like button. Keep telling people to subscribe. We're going into the bull run very strong. And again, our philosophy here, at least on my channel, and I say here with we because I think we are all Xenians in our own little aspect. You could try to say I'm a maxi, but truthfully, I'm just branding or identifying an object with a variable tag. How about that? We'll do on some computer shit, right? It's like, yo, I need to identify that object. It's a Xenian. So I feel like, yo, if you believe in blockchain and you believe in the technology being the progressive state of the industry, you're in the right place. There are other channels in crypto where people will literally tell you the narrative and bait you in to be entertained, which is fine. You know, go fucking have a chuckle and a buckle. I don't know, you know. But over here, bro, this is the training day. All right, we're training for war. We're at war right now with just believing in it. We're still there. People still think they're late, and that's not good, right? That's where Crypto Bros channel comes in to remind you that not only are you very early, but you're as close to the beginning as you've ever been. Like, just let that shit settle in. All of this shit, you're as close as you've ever been, because when the future is arrived, hopefully you're not still on YouTube trying to find a fucking X. That's all I'm gonna say. And you know what's funny is I was that dude in 2016, 17, 2015 that was looking for an X. No pun intended right now. This is just the flow. I was looking for an X, and yeah, sat in front of that screen until now, right? So future is a lot different. Future's shaping up differently now, and it's because really, at least on my channel, we're honing in on blockchain, and that is very progressive in the state of technology. Let's get into it. Again, Bitcoin's looking really good right now, dude. This shit's nice, and I'm not really worried about what it's gonna do. Again, we've been bullish on Bitcoin since August of last year, since the 25 era. Right here, that's why all these lines are over on this side, because we went at 50K Bitcoin by March. And I'm okay. Again, I'm okay that it's where it is, because that's my vision in blockchain, right? If I think blockchain is going to go to $500,000, I'm probably going to benefit the most if I take advantage of it now, right? You DCA now to your goal. It's not DCA at your goal. Like, what the fuck? That shit is mind blowing to me. And I'm seeing it now on the layer down networks, right? Like our inscription network, where we're actually seeing people dump their bitmaps, which is fucking comedy, because it's up in Satoshi value, or how do you say, it's USD value. So these are things you need to identify in the blockchain, because blockchain is about being in blockchain. It's not about bringing USD value to the chain. You're going to instantly fuck yourself if you're thinking about this shit in $200 blocks, right? No, bro, this is 0.002 42 Satoshis, right? So what's funny is that we're actually seeing a pullback in inscriptions while Bitcoin is going north, because again, this is a market where people are doing exactly what they should do if they're in a good position, right? If you want to be on the best position, you always buy the dips and sell the tops, right? So more power to those that get the game, but it's LOL smiley face. Shout out Soldier Boy. When you really look at the big picture here and you say to yourself, why would you give away your bitmap for 0.004 Satoshis for some USD value? Like, it was just selling and traded at 0.007 Satoshis. So that's 0.003 less Satoshis. What the fuck? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, but I get it. There's a side of the network where people control this narrative, USD value, and they kind of cloud people from understanding, like, yo, you're really trading your blockchain artifact and object for less than what it's worth. because the whole network is going up, you know? So it's going to be amazing, these opportunities we get going forward. And that's blockchain. You're very close to the beginning. Like, people are still doing the same shit, and even in inscriptions. Like, this is like hilarious to me. I'm actually waiting for this big bitmap dip to continue. I think it's gonna keep going again. We're rare ones. We are the fucking reptilians. No, somebody's gonna spin that and make it some real fucking weird ass shit. We are the Xenians, and again, we see this shit because it's blockchain. So again, the fun part about bitmaps is seeing all of these actually, these are pretty rare. Like, anything that's not a big ass block of maps or of parcels, I think that's not the vibe. Like, that's not the vibe right now. Like, maybe in like 3-4 years, like, because it's so fucking hard to get these less parcel or these less transaction blocks, right? Because this is a time stamp vibe, where when you read the Bitcoin white paper, again, going back to blockchain, it talks about the time stamp server and how that is what keeps the chain together, right? Number 3, do damn that. That's fuck it. That's what we're doing from now on. Yeah, this is the blockchain channel. I'm about to have to change my name. Y'all are watching the transformation live. Now, I'll forever be crypto, bro, but the meta is that's blockchain, bro, though. He fucks with crypto, but he really fucks with the blockchain. So, yeah, Bitcoin white paper, blah, blah, blah. Right? They talk about transactions because this, or when you look at the Bitcoin white paper, if you don't comprehend it yet, or you've never really looked at it, it's actually structured pretty intelligently, because it's building out the network in each like area. So like, yeah, as the introduction, the why behind why this needs to be a thing, and then of course they explain transactions, which is the significant narrative in Bitcoin, right? And then they explain how the technology works, right? That's why, again, I'm sold that Jack Levin is pretty intelligent as himself, and with the way that the AMP works in Zen, it has a lot of these characteristics. Right? And this timestamp server, in my opinion, is what really makes Bitcoin, because without this, it doesn't connect to the reality, right? It's really just a quantum experiment until it's on the calendar. Now, like, Bitcoin has a happening, people are waiting for it, like that's a thing that it pumps, you're too late, you're gonna be too fucking late, so I'm kind of sold that technically the Satoshi people, and I say we, or I say Satoshi people because, again, why does the white paper say we, bruh? Like, it doesn't say I. The solution I propose, he says, but the solution we, right? I'm just saying. And yeah, this is important for everything crypto, this timestamp server. So when you think of bitmaps, it's connected to the blocks, and it's a standard that people are building around now. So technically, it's like, if you want to be better than bitmaps, it's like, how are you defining your timestamp server better than a bitmap? And that's something that's got me, just got me feeling like, yeah, this is legit. Like, I can kick it on this one. This one is easy now. It's like, okay, this one's really easy. It's just connected to the Bitcoin blocks, which is connected to Bitcoin, which is connected to the calendar. So as long as the calendar don't stop and Bitcoin don't stop, bitmaps technically is probably the best arbitrary data that you can grab off the chain, right? And then you have all these other like fucking boxes that are old that don't have a ton of transactions in them. So this is an easy win too. And this is how I know that they're pushing this price down, because anytime the fucking price starts to dip, these things show up. You never see these when we up at the top. Up at the top, we'll take a mental screenshot of what you see right now on bitmaps. Wait for it to pump. You're gonna see it look like this, and then all of a sudden, these things are expensive. right? So it's an infinite loop. Thank God you understand and discovered the time server. You got your hourglass. Oh, you can't even see it, because it's green. That's funny. Hey, that's kind of tight though. Just filling up. You got your hourglass. Stay in the middle, man. Stay in the middle. What's up, Rolando? What up, ZTFO, Mind Body Crypto, Dank in the house, Mindatron. Yo, hey, shout outs Mindatron. Thanks for listening to the DJ streams. I'm gonna try to do some more. I need to just be more organized when I do it on the internet, because it's like in the real world I just freestyle, you know. So on the internet you can be more organized, and people will respect organization in the internet, obviously. XENblocks Mining says, thank you, Crypto Bruh. I'm getting about $5 a day through referrals to mine XENblocks. Let's fucking go. I'm proud of you. Do it. Everyone do it. Technically, we need to figure out how to make a chain reaction with the referral amongst the crowd. I still don't know how to do it. I mean, I know how to do it, but everybody has to get behind it, and we're still in the solo game right now. So it's just an unfortunate thing, but it's fortunate for those out there that are empowered to try to get outside of themselves, right? Like if you are really like, dude, I love this blockchain shit, why are you not pushing your vast AI link? That's the freest way to get more XNM before everybody else figures out about it. And before the websites come out. I have seen the websites. They are tight. They are really cool. Like a Zen crypto version of Vast AI. Dude, and where you click, like basically you just click rent, and then the fucking website does all this stuff for you. Like you don't, like they made a command where you click a button and it's mining. Now there's some iffies and biffies that, you know, even I've identified. You know, but it's coming together. You know, I think it's gonna be really cool, actually. Like being able to just press a button and mine. That's exactly where we're fucking moving, bro. I have that, like, this bizarre idea of this same concept because yeah, what's fun, and again, XENblocks Mining, shout outs to you for, again, what we're talking about right now is when you go here to the earnings, you can actually see, like, so for me, I have like 66 referrals on Vast, right? And this helps with your credits because basically as people are using Vast to make their, you know, X&M, you forever get, I think it's like 3% of their accounts, I don't know, refill, right? So what's fun about this right now is, like, if you are actually going to, it's almost like you want to referral yourself too. Damn, that's actually a good way to think of Vast AI too. Like, essentially you can make 2 accounts and then referral your own account to yourself, so you're getting a piece of that 3% back, like in a fashion of like referral credit that you can just run like a miner, just like based on you referring yourself type shit. So this is all this referral shit, this MLM ideas. That's why I was like, man, I can't believe more people aren't hopping in on this. Like, this is the easiest thing out. Like, people are creating their own coins and they're gonna go hard. It's not like they're just not gonna go hard. Like, you don't have to do anything. It's random. This is on the word of Jack Levin, you know? And now all the pressure, not to say the pressure's on him, but yeah, this felt like an easy come up. And I'm glad that, again, XENblocks, you took a leap of faith and you did it. And what's crazy about this one too, see, me, I'm 100% pro X&M. So I'm not here to fucking push my referral link and not make more X&M, right? So powering up my position is important to me because I have big dreams and I know that this is a game of supply, right? So any angle to get more is always going to be the opportunity. That's again why I published this document here, trying to teach you how you can make a supernova. That's what I'm calling the node. And it's essentially using every single piece of the puzzle so that you can make your XN node very attractable, right? Maybe it's attractable where people want to come and delegate with you, right? I ain't saying delegate with crypto, bro, but I'm definitely trying to make a delegatable experience, you know, and I think others will follow my theses, not based on who I am, but based on the reality of this particular situation. And what does Ricky Bobby say? If you're not first, you're last. So we know how this is going, and there ain't no way I ain't gonna be first, or not first. I just want to be in the area. I just want to be right where everyone is. Right? I'm just trying to be in the green room. I don't need to be the main event. I just want to be in the green room. But yeah, so that's just a fun tip for anyone out there that wants it. You know, use your referral link on Vast, push it to your friends and family, take a little nibble, because you know you're doing the work. You found the product. You know, you should feel comfortable with shilling this. And that's what's really, really cool about Zen and why I've been talking about it for a whole year. It's so easy to shill because it's built on blockchain. And what's the easiest thing to shill right now in reality? Bitcoin. Like it's so easy to shill Bitcoin. Messy desk things. What up, Tree City? I was fucking around with Joseph's script and edited it with my own script, and I accidentally uploaded the file with my private key instead of one of the placeholders. Got drained instantly. Damn. Yo, that's crazy, man. I read that earlier on X, and I was like, fuck. But it's cool that you I saw that you said that you used a burner wallet, and I would assume that that's like a really good way to protect yourself as a developer, right? You should have probably, you know, that, and that's why it's funny. It's like in user world, we always say like, oh, they have two robotic holders, but like in development world, it's like you create robots to fuck up and break. So like it's like everybody's inflating this idea of junk wallets. It's not just Zenians, it's actually anyone who wants to make something, because you need a junk wallet so that you can make sure that if XYZ happens, you're not getting robbed, right? That's why I say the educational wallet. We got the educational wallet, and then we got the Abyss. One day we'll do a $100 stream entry, learn how to become pseudo anonymous in the crypto world. I might be a cookie today, but one day I'll be Navy diver. Oh shit. Rolando says, now is the bottom. If you don't think so, stake. To stake or to do both. Hey, man. What's funny about Zen is we pinched yesterday. We ain't really selling off. It's sad. But again, my theory on this, because I'm not charting it like I know what TA I'm looking at. I'm charting it with the feeling of the market as well as just understanding blockchain technology. The market feels like it wants higher prices. Right. It's similar to what I was saying in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you don't need all this TA stuff. Technically, you could just use moving averages and then just go and read and see how the market feels. Like, you know how you go to like, you're in a fucking random city and you're like, all right, let's open up Yelp and read the reviews. Like, just apply that same logic to fucking charting, and you're probably 8 out of 10 times gonna go in the right direction because the people tell you what the vibe is, right? And the vibe on Bitcoin right now, for the people who matter, right? The rich, the people who have the Bitcoins, the people who are buying it, they're excited. They're really excited. So it's pretty crazy to me to still see people like, oh my God, we're going to be pulling back like blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I used to say that at 25,000. I use Tree City West as my punching bag because it was so funny because he was literally telling my stupid mothers, I'm stupid. He was like, yo, bro, nah, this shit is going up, man. Way back here. He was like, it's going up, bro. I was like, nah, man, we're going back. We're going to 20. We're going to 25. We're going to 17. Man, that sounds so long ago now. It was like August of last year. I was like, yeah, Bitcoin's going to $17,000. There's those idiotic things you'll say about so I think like there's gonna be a time and place where people will be searching for content on what this moment was like. And I'm starting to get very futuristic because it's coming out. Everybody's coming out with their futuristic vibe. Like, look at Brian Johnson, bro. Like, he's literally saying the same things that other people are saying, because it's, in my opinion now, it's not that these individuals are extremely smart. I'm like, yes, they are. Like, they can calculate very fast, you know, but we have AI now. So it's like, wait till I get my AI going. I'll be just as smart as you motherfuckers. But what they all project to me is this concept of leaving behind something worth looking at. Like, a legacy is not just a fucking name like a McDonald's. Like, that's a good legacy. Ronald McDonald, I don't know, right? But, you know, but the real legacy is like the Muhammad Ali, you feel me? Like, you get the one namer, Evil Knievel, legacy. I mean, I could say some other people, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna say some fun people right now. And like, that's what I mean. Like, what you portray yourself as is the projection of the next, right? And that's why it's so funny now that people are trying to project bad on Bitcoin, because we've overcome it so many different times. And I think, again, as a user in the space, it's like a walk of passage. Like, you have to come in through the bullshit, through the perfume aisle, and then you'll get to where you want to be. But you got to go through that perfume aisle. And like, yeah, you'll never look back though once you're through that shit. And you'll have your hoodie up the next time you have to walk out the store. But yeah, so yeah, I was roasting Tree City West all throughout this year, all throughout 23, bro. We were going up the whole time. Right? So maybe people here would sell, but I doubt it, because the halvening is around the corner. And again, it's like it's the blockchain that's coming into effect. Since I don't think they talk about the halvening in the white paper. Let's see. I don't know if they do. Let's see. Calculations. We considered a scenario of attacks. In conclusion, CPU power. Oh yeah, so they don't talk about the halvening here. That's just like a part of the algorithm. They just talk about why it's safe. Cool. But yeah, so like the halvening is like an unspoken vibe in Bitcoin. And the thing about it is it's really real. Like, it's like every 4 years there's going to be less block rewards, which is going to provide extra security to those that came before the block rewards shrink, you know? So that's why it's like there's always going to be a race of people who say, I have to get into Bitcoin before those block rewards every 4 years. And some say that they made it this way. I mean, if you really want to get tinfoil hat with it, they say they designed it this way with the presidential election so that Bitcoin could purposely be in the conversation. I would say that's bullish as fuck for Bitcoin. I like that narrative though, but it is true. Every time there's a presidential election, Bitcoin will be halvening. So there will always kind of be this conversation about, are you pro Bitcoin? Are you pro digital currencies? You know, because I don't think fiat is going to go away. I just think it's going to be harder to get in the reality. It's already feeling that way. Like, I tweeted earlier, I was like, dude, why are we all fighting for $300 a day? I was like, how much money actually is out in the reality? Like, now that I think about like crypto, you can go and see how much money you could take out, right? It's like, okay, I'm gonna go sell a bag of Zen. Cool. There's $193,000 in this pool. So, you know, it's like, cool. If I have $2,000 worth of Zen, I can go over here and get my $2,000 back, right? So we understand where the pool and what the liquidity is. But in reality, bro, it's just like, it's a question mark out there. You walk outside, you're like, all right, am I going to make $300? Am I going to make 2 drink tickets? Am I going to make $5? Somebody going to tip me? That's every single time we step outside. So I'm very curious on the fiat dollar, but I know it's going to be around. I just think, again, it's going to be hard to get. It's easier to get Venmos nowadays too. It's easier to get Apple Pays nowadays. Like, if you do some work for someone and you're like, yo, you got Apple Pay, a lot of people will actually do it. So You know, you can even buy cannabis in New York with Apple Pay. So yeah, digital currencies are here, but the fiat paper, I think it's still going to be around and pegged to something in this world that we live in, which is Bitcoin, blockchain, Nakamoto shit. And again, Zen is looking like it has all that stuff built into it that I'm talking about. We're just not on Coinbase. We're not on Binance. And it's okay because we don't have a DAO. The token is a DAO. And that's why, again, I don't know who's going to come out and try to build all this extra shit. Not me. I don't get paid enough for that. Actually, I don't get paid at all. So why the fuck would I build a guest house for Zen in my day-to-day yet? I mean, I need to make some bread off of it. And that's what we're all doing, right? We're all waiting for the bread to be made so we can develop our own DAOs for this thing called Zen. Again, this is okay because it's happened in Bitcoin. Everybody just built around it. Like all of the shits that you see are just built around Bitcoin, but a lot of it didn't come until the later era of Bitcoin. When you see these organizations that show up. So, yeah, we're not late, bro. You're fucking early. It's happening again. You could almost say like the OpCats. And that's why, again, I'm into bitmaps, because if the organizations are the DAOs and they build around the core, which is the blockchain technology, then we're going to do it again. So the best way to find these DAOs that are actually focused on blockchain progression, right? Those are the special DAOs to be in. Bitmaps would be one of those because, again, it's connected to the timestamp. It's not connect, or how do I say it? It ain't connected to nobody. Nobody owns a bitmap, realistically, right? It's actually owned by Bitcoin network, because the Bitcoin network is going to always produce blocks because it's built into the way that it creates blocks, right? So it's never not going to create a fucking block. So there will never not be a new bitmap, but that also means that there is a variable that's identifiable that people can build imagination around, in a sense. Now you can build with the .bitmap because it's a target that everyone can see, right? It's like that's what's the most important. You don't want to get too far away from a target that no one can see. And that's why I like being in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I like Zen staying close to the target so people can fucking see us. I don't want to be in no fucking project where people are making a target in the middle of an ocean with fucking SOS fucking flares going off. I don't want that shit telling me to tow their fucking island in. Again, that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not gonna be building no Zen DAO. Like, fuck out of here. That doesn't make any sense to me. Zen is the DAO. Like, get more Zen, you know, like, then build a DAO. But yeah, like, I see that in bitmaps. Like, there's no real owner. No one really got an advantage, and what happens is distribution. So these prices are natural prices, and a lot of these other inscriptions you fall into. And again, this is just using blockchain. I'm not using no TA. I'm not using no, I get it, I'm fucking the world's best Web3 fucking master lord. I'm just literally using the blockchain being the mega DAO, and then seeing, using math, where is the mega DAO got the most liquidity at? Oh, no, bitmap's been up here. Pizza Ninja's holding on for dear life. Wow, BTC Gods enters the top 12. That's pretty interesting. That's funny that the bitmap DGods cost more than a quantum cat. That's an upside down affair. You can literally get 3 quantum cats for the price of 1 DGod. Why would I follow OP Cat, or why would I follow Eric Wall and Udi over Frank? That's what you'll be asking yourself when you buy. If you're not in the industry, then you don't know what the fuck I just said. You're like, Udi, Eric Wall, Frank, who the fuck are these? But yeah, in the industry right now, if you're not getting an OP Cat, you're snoozing. I'm snoozing because it's too expensive. So I'm praying to God that people snooze harder. Please snooze harder on this. Please snooze harder. Please snooze harder. I don't know how many people are gonna snooze on it though. It's still the early days. Bitcoin is only 15 years old. Can't even buy cigarettes or pornos and mags yet. What up, DK Shadow? That's funny. Yeah, Bitcoin cannot even buy a vape. That motherfucker is vaping illegally. Actually, what the fuck you do when I'm 15? What's funny is since I'm in my 30s, I always think about when I was 15. It's like when you're in your 20s, you think about like, what the fuck am I going to be in my 50s? And then all of a sudden, 10 years later, you're in your 30s and you're like, what the fuck was I when I was 15? Like, what the fuck? So bass backwards. Hey, man, this cat is ridiculous. The more I'm looking at it, it's got fucking rib cage. That's crazy. Damn, this one got space background. I wonder if people talk about it like this. They should hire me. Hey, what's up, OP cat? If y'all seeing this, fucking send me a W9 and I'll explain. But yeah, nah, this one's pretty dope. The mouth kind of weird though. I don't like that mouth. That mouth remind me of something else, bruh. But yeah, this one's really cool. Yeah, I can't do this one. This one's got like the mouth got me. I gotta go away. This one's too trippy. Mouth got me looking crazy right now. This one, no mouth. Yeah, I like the no mouth. And the rib cage go wild, dude. How many of them have rib cages? Can I see that? That's right here. They don't call it a rib cage though. Ooh, oh, this was crazy. Wow, go on a space trip. This one's actually pretty dope. Yeah, if you walk into the Quantum Cat party with this one, everyone's going. They're geeking for your shit. This person's probably not gonna let this one go. And here's another reason why I like Quantum Cats over D-Gods. Even though shout outs to the D-Gods, they're fucking cool ass community. You guys are dope. You guys are my bros, actually. Fucks with you. But I love that abstract quantum shit, man. This isn't quantum, and that's why the Quantum Cats, I think, are gonna do they're gonna be better at harvesting Bitcoin. Everybody else will fight for Bitcoin, similar to my analogy of like you have to step outside and fight for a certain amount of dollars that is available on that day for everybody that's getting dollars outside, right? When you flip-flop and go into the crypto world, it's the same thing. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go play some DGen games, and then I'm just gonna make sure they got liquidity so I get the fuck out. So when I'm going even deeper into that rabbit hole, when I'm looking at a photo and I'm relating the team to this theory of like, can I go long on this particular idea in cryptocurrency based on blockchain? I just don't think this is quantum enough. I think it's close to it. Like, right, like I go, oh shit, like this one has a rib cage, right? Because that's actually a trend in quantum or in NFTs. You got to know the NFT trends to even start being like, oh shit, you know. And that's what's cool about, in my opinion, that's what's cool about the Quantum Cats right now. They're actually harvesting a lot of that internet shit in each cat. And then on top of that, the cat, it doesn't have an object that is aggressively saying, I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. We're all dudes. Hey, I'm a dude. That was like NFTs 2021, bro. You know, so I don't think Bitcoin would be successful with this outside of the idea that people have come from an NFT community and they have money, you know. That's it. It's like, oh, they got money, you know. But when you join the Quantum OP Cat, this might get you a token airdrop for whatever L2 that they're creating. And then that L2 could gross, who knows, as many $1 billion a day. And then that's why it's like, why would I get into an NFT project that's not going to be grossing billions of dollars a day? Like, what is the end game now for these inscriptions? Like, are we just inscribing, or is there an end game because there's a what do you call it? There's a discrepancy in arbitrary data in inscriptions. So you'll notice this has attributes, which is pretty crazy. Here, let's look at where is the Genesis inscription? 40 cents. Was that to buy it? Can I see the original? I want to see the original. Maybe I have to do this one. 40. Nah. Oh, this is using OP. Oh no, this is something else. Push number. What I think they do, they might yeah, where is this located? See, this one's a little hard. This is what I'm trying to say though. So you see how it's really hard for me to find out where this image really is and like where are these attributes stored? This is why the Quantum Cats has invented itself, because they made an operator, or they used an operator code that has a bunch of meta inside of it so that they can relay that from the chain to a database like a Magic Eden. So now I should be, oh, let's see. Can I look at one of these where it's not broken all over the place? This shit broke as hell. All right, it's a little harder to see this, but it's okay. You know, you want to know why it's okay? Because this is why we're gonna have X1 fucking chain, and inscriptions won't be like this, where you're trying to be futuristic and talk about them, but they can't load because the goddamn thing is so damn slow. Bitcoin. But again, that's some futuristic shit. Nobody cares about that right now. They just trying to get more Satoshis. So the inscriptions definitely are keeping Bitcoin high. Another reason why we're saying this is going up. Block Daddy. Shout outs Caleb. What up? Yeah, I don't know why people don't talk about bitmaps in a theory, in a philosophical state of chain storage. It don't make no sense to me. I mean, that's why I think XENM is going to be going harder than people think, because in Zen world, we dream big, bro. And since we have big dreamers in the camp, I'm sure somebody will dream what to do with these regular blocks, because the regular blocks are always constant. So that's what's really, really cool, is that this is just like Bitcoin. This network doesn't have to die. It's 60 blocks a second, you know, or 1 second blocks on XENM. So that's 60 blocks every second, and that's kind of how you get the ratios for Xenium, because it's based on that 60 blocks per second ratio, and then having basically time. So again, that's what I'm saying. XENblocks has a lot of these timestamp server attributes that give it a lot of value in different ways that people aren't thinking about right now, right? So again, since regular blocks have salts, right? Every time I get a block, I connected or Jack and team, they connected your Ethereum address to each block that's mined. So you own every single block on top of mining the gas, the XENM, right? And then there's another, multi-layer coin in there called Zuni that shows up on the top of the hour, right? So it's special too in its own way. You'll get a lot of these, and it'll make you have this assumption that this is cheap because you get a lot. But when you really look at the way that it's made, it's actually pretty epic. It's almost like people could only have a miner on for the specific time of Zuni. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's very abstract. It's like some people would think, I'm going to run a miner for 100 days. Whereas someone else could say, fuck that. Let's build a market on top of Zuni. And why don't we just take the Zuni concept and make miners where people only have to have them on for the top of the hour, right? Because you can only mine Zunis between 55 and 05, right? That time span of the timestamp server called reality, you can mine a Zuni block and gain some. So every time it's been on the top of the hour in the past 24 hours, I mined 16 Zunis, or 216 Zunis. Right. And right now, the Zunis don't have any happenings or anything. It's just like based on that specific area. So it's weird. It's like a meme, but it's fucking weird. I don't know what to call this, but I know that these regular blocks can become very special because, again, you own every block, and you can open this up as like a storage idea where it's like, well, what if people stored content? Like, what if we needed to really get to a decentralized content layer and we used the Xenium layer with other chains that are based in Xenium? Because you can just keep adding on to the storage. Right now, we don't, the storage is built into X1 chain. So that's why I'm saying, like, it's pretty bananas where we could go with this concept of, like, what does it really mean to have digital storage and have it hard storage? So it's just not ASW. It's just not Google. Maybe this is the moment, you know? And then you get bought out by Google, and then you get bought out by Amazon. I don't fucking know. Isn't that the dream, to get bought out by the top? I'm dreaming about EVM Bitcoin Cash. Oh shit, we gonna redo it? What up, Sun Station? He says, whole bitmap strong. There's another drop coming for holders in nature of days or weeks. Okay. Hey, I'm holding, man. I ain't gonna let go. That's the only thing I'm not gonna let go in Bitcoin, because in a sense, you can get into that's why, again, I think it's really important to understand inscriptions right now, because you should actually be buying inscriptions with your Satoshis and betting on those rather than betting on the market, because that's backwards. Like, if you're still betting on Bitcoin, then what the fuck are you doing in crypto? Like, you can bet on anything. Why the fuck would you bet on Bitcoin? Like, this is real, bro. Like, you don't need to bet on this, bro. Like, this is happening. Tom Brady in the Super Bowl? Of course. There's only 2 times that he lost, I think. It was 2 times, bro. Every other time he won it 8 times. Just bet on Tom Brady, right? So bet on LeBron, right? Back in the day, and maybe not anymore. Down 3-1, 1-3. It's like, hey, do not bet on the boss, right? So it's like, all right, fuck it. Down 1-3. I'm gonna throw a bone at this, and look at it. Do not bet against the king, right? That is a rule, golden rule of the reality. Do not. Hey, Patrick Mahomes did the same thing to a lot of motherfuckers last Sunday. Anyone who betted against him because of hate, which is part of the game, they fucking hate him so much more. Kobe was another one of those. Don't bet against him. Fuck it. It's programmed for it to be their world. Why would you bet against that? Like, another reason why I was betting on the Chiefs to win was the whole Taylor Swift thing, and like how it was like, yo, of course they would not do this. Like, the reality does not work like that. This Super Bowl was really fun because it was a nice reminder that, yes, the reality is running parallel with myself, and I am disgusted by it because it's not running in parallel with thyself. It's running with myself, but thyself inside of me, it's not running with my principles and my beliefs, right? So I can't bet against something that's not, or I can't believe in, or whatever, you know? Like, that's the real fading. It's better to acknowledge that you want to fade this, so you don't fade it and you win. But there are times, again, I like to use tight necks because that was a good moment, and it's still here for people to realize it. But like, that's what I mean about opening up a box and putting all your attention into it. Once you get into something, you should be doing that all the time. But if it's not relatable to blockchain, or what Zen has taught me, if it's not relatable to first principles, then it's probably not worth a lot of your time. You know, it's something you can revisit, because if it's going to stick around, it'll be here. But you really want to hyper focus on things that are disruptive but stick around, right? That's that king mentality, right? That's that Patrick Mahomes shit. Disruptive but still sticking around. Like, fuck, Purdy is Mr. Unreliable, and he still is Mr. Unreliable. The story continues. Wrestling's also a really good one, right? It plays with your perception. It's like, oh, the good guy's gonna win, and then they always run with the bad guy winning for the longest time, and then they give you a little bit of hope. Here goes the good guy winning now. Now we're gonna turn the good guy into a bad guy. Find the truth, bro. Yeah, Zen's the truth. And then Zen's the truth. And then, yeah, of course, XNM is the truth. And really, again, understanding how these things work is beneficial to yourself. Stacking blocks, that's never going away. That's like a slogan now. Stack blocks, bro. Fuck you mean? XNM, you're going to get the most coins come out in year one. So that's why it's mine XNM until the fucking planet runs out of energy. Because you'll be able to get the most now. And year two or in September, when there is the market, people will automatically have to pay more because it's happened. And now it's like even the miners are getting less. So it's like a psychology thing. Again, going back to what I opened up with, the Byzantine general problem. As soon as the psychology sets in that like, yo, I mean, it's already set in for me. Where I'm like, man, y'all are dumb. Like, bro, there's only going to be 300. Like right now I have... there's going to be 310 million. So I'm very close to like keeping up with the top. I just have to keep mining. And again, I'm in a good position because these referrals help a lot to keep you going. Where then you don't have to just keep spending. And yeah, maybe this is a piece of the game that should have been said 6 months ago. But again, I think it's just hard work and dedication. Some people probably realize this shit and now it's 6 months later and it's just easier to talk about, where it's like, yeah, referrals, you know, make a guide, make a video, go and chill. You can do it. It's been proven now, you know? And yeah, go. I'm not telling you to shill it, but I'm just saying it. Do you not see you're just shilling the blockchain? It's not like you're shilling a security. Let's go look at some things to shill. The more transactions on your bitmap, the bigger drop you will get. Oh, they're doing it like that. I don't like that theory. See, I think coins like that are going to die in bitmap economy. Hey, shout out SunStation for the gift. Because like, long story short, you want to stay as close. You want to stay in parallel. You want to be in parallel with the mainstream narrative, and creating bitmaps on top of creating things on top of parcels. I don't think is going to be the primary reason why people are into bitmaps. Like, I honestly think like that is like some nerd ass shit. Like, I'm sorry, like that's like some Star Wars ass shit, dude. Like that's some Comic-Con ass shit. It's way too deep. It's the table way in the back right now. Fuck. Right now it's make people capitulate on their bitmaps. That's why you know it's going to be a big economy. And then others are trying to make money right now based on. See, look at all those like those pieces were gone. They're gone now. People bought them. So you see how that is back. Now we're back to this idea. Because again, in bitmaps, you want to have lower transaction bitmaps so you can sell those on a dip and get fast Satoshis, because this is always going to be what people want due to it being the hardest thing to get. It's actually harder to get anything with less transactions. But you see what I'm saying now, SunStation? Like, you see how they're fabricating this concept to get you to think that parcels will be the dominant thing and we can airdrop based on how many parcels you have. It's like, nah, you bought the old shit. Like, you don't got the new shit. That's why you got to go off the parcels. And then you don't have the capital to go and afford something old, so you create something new in hopes to get capital to afford something old, right? Some people win. And I will be on the lookout for the winners. The parcel tokens that win, for sure looking for those. But it's too easy, so there ain't gonna be a lot of winners. There is not gonna be a lot of winners of those. What's going on with DXN? Let's look at it. Use others' referral code to get a discount. You're talking about on Vast? Yeah, that's the motion going into the future right now. You better use somebody else's referral code. Shit. Maybe I'll start a chain or like a X thread. And like, I don't know. We got to get creative with it. If you remember like MySpace days. This is like MySpace is me in middle school, so I had a lot of fun with MySpace. And there was this thing called bulletin trains, where you would basically gather a bunch of MySpace pages together. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all motherfuckers know about this shit. They had these bulletin trains where you would post solidified accounts, part of a gang or something, right? And then to get on that bulletin train, you needed to like do a lot of work or do something so you can be there, and it helped with your like marketing of your MySpace page. And like man, that was a moment in fucking time. So that's what I'm trying to think of, is like, how do you recreate this dynamic bulletin board where everyone can post their referral links and everyone win together? Like that, if we can make something like that as a community, that would actually take X&M to the north side, because you're essentially recycling everyone's funds together, making a bigger, it's like everyone's pooling together to make this giant unstoppable thing, right? Right now we're all pulling separately, you know, and some people are doing it the way they're doing it. But yeah, it really just depends. But yeah, we need something like that. We need someone to champion that. I don't have it. I'm not doing it. True, Block Runner is going too far, but we won't stop them. We need to take what we can get for free. Facts. That's why I'm like, yo, anything I can get for free with bitmaps, I'm not gonna hate on it, but I'm gonna put it under that lens. And I think, again, if you stay blockchain with bitmaps, you should be very successful. So, and it's right, it's like, if you look at these, let's zoom out a little bit. When you look at the Bitcoin white paper, and this is what I'm trying to say, stay blockchain. Like, just use this template. When you get to proof of work, that's when things get kind of weird, right? And that's what it's like, oh, okay, like, now I have to go and see, what is this blockchain? Is it proof of stake? Then you got to understand their network, because then you can see, okay, it's a proof of stake. Is it consensus? Or what kind of consensus is rocking here? Like, how are you guys staying up? What's your uptime? You know, are you like Phantom? You got 55 nodes. Are you like Pulse Chain? You got 5,000 nodes. You know, you gotta. That's that part of the research on the blockchain, right? And then incentive, like, oh yeah, are people here to make some money? You know, why are people here? You know, and then of course it's the whole reclaiming the disk space. This is just like getting a little bit more technical with the blocks, but like, kind of just, I like to think of this as like, is this blockchain being built to retain data, right? Reclaiming disk space. Like, is it built for data to be stored here, or is it built to be like a Bloomberg terminal like Solana, where they don't necessarily want to store data, they just want to transfer at the speed of light, right? So there's no bad thing, it's just a discovery that you can use, right? Simplified payment, whatever the fuck. Then some of these don't even matter. But yeah, I think the most important thing coming out of this Bitcoin white paper is 3, 4, 5. Like, you could run any blockchain underneath this like 3, 4, 5 thing, and either, or any project, and it should fit there. It should fit in one of those things. Either the project is here to be part of reality, right? Which is the timestamp server. It's going to connect to the calendar so people look at it, or it's going to be here to provide some sort of consensus that is different. It's different. It's like, you're like, all right, it's a proof of stake. It's a proof of delegate. Blah, 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 blah. Like Arca, blah, 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 you know? Or it's here to offer ICP, which is like a network, right? We're giving you 400 gigabytes of smart contract durability in our network, right? So you could take every fucking crypto and put it through this stupid little thing right here, and each crypto would need to explain it, and that's where you find out the truth of it, because it's somewhere in between this little dance here, they're gonna slip up on how they're centralized or how they didn't do anything new. Zen has, every single Zen coin has this part, and I think this is the most important thing to have in anything. How do you connect it to the calendar? Because if it's connected to the calendar, then humans come back, right? Even you can use Xenify in this atmosphere of theory, because Xenify, they say they're going to get people to come back based on that percentage of power going down, right? But again, the thing about power is it's not connected to the calendar, so people can come and go. But if that power was like a happening schedule or something that was connected to the calendar, maybe XNF will have more interest from people. That's like something I'd be thinking about. And DBZen is another one of these, right? Like, let's look at DBZen. Let's put DBZen under the scope. Yo, it's Yosef in the house. And Deoshlam, what's up, guys? Bro, where can you buy XENblocks? And what is that? Is it like an NFT or a token? Well, you can't buy a XENblock. XENblocks is just Xenium's first name. Kind of like how like Hex was called Bitcoin Hex before it was just Hex. I know a lot of people come from the camp. XENblocks is XENblocks before Xenium, before XNM, so before Xenium. But that's because that's what you call the regular block, is a XENblock. But currently you can't buy, sell, or trade a regular block. None have recognized this yet, and I mean it's to be expected. Like people have seen the super blocks because this is 65 or 1,000 times harder to make than a regular block. So people see these super blocks, they go, oh shit, I got one of those supers. But the regular blocks, not too many people are really caring about those yet. So maybe in 2 years this will be a focus point. But right now the gas is more important, which is the Xenium. So you mine a block, you get 10 Xenium gas coins that you can stake in XNM, or you can stake on X1 chain, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so like DBZen putting it under the scope. Oh, I'm on Phantom. I'm still on Phantom. I'm playing the Phantom game. We can use Phantom. So actually, happy birthday, Polygon DXN. Today is its 1 year anniversary, and what's funny is it's the happening. So actually, yeah, let's go to Polygon. Let's go to Polygon. And this is what I mean. Like, I think happenings are going to be one of the best meme coins going into into the rest of this year. Like anything that's like pushing this idea that it has happenings, it could do numbers straight up because it's too easy. Oh man, somebody bought my motherfucking DB's NFT. Fuck, I fucked up. I listed it on the thing. I just seen it right now. It's gone. I didn't. Oh wow, you guys are trash. I don't want the 3-matic. I'm stupid. Why'd I do that? Yeah, somebody bought my the way about the DB's NFT. Hey, that's crazy. Big ups. So they're again, they had a happening. So now you see here it's under 5,000, right? And they're every lobby was 10,000 coins. It started at 10,000. So that's why we can say, oh, this has a happening built into the 1 year to the 365 of its genesis. And that happening now is impacting how many coins come out. So it's almost like it's a brand new token, brand new spreadsheet. Don't really matter what happened after that because anyone can sell them, but they're selling the highest point of inflation. And that's the power of the happening, right? Zen has the happening every single day, but it's not as impactful as people want it to be yet. And that's why in 2026, when it's halfway through, you'll be like, oh shit, this thing is rapidly changing. Like there's not a lot of coins coming out, right? And that's what we're looking for. When we get to that when we knock 1,000 more days off. I don't know what 1,000 days is from now. Thursday, November 12th, 2026. Okay, yeah, so literally 1,000 days, November 12th, 2026. Hey, let's get super futuristic with it. Fuck it. Let's draw nah, we ain't gonna do that. We'll just keep a mental note. November 12th, 2026. But when that happens, that's when, again, it'll be really noticeable that Zen is not creating millions and millions and millions of Zen a day. It's gonna be like, whoa, this thing is halved itself, right? And it's mathematical. It's supposed to do that. That's the beauty of the Bitcoin. That's why we like the Bitcoin, because not only does it have all this technology built into it, but it becomes scarcer and scarcer and scarcer, and it takes till 2140 for all the Bitcoins to be mined from the network, right? So again, it always comes home to this white paper. And again, like I said, you can run any crypto underneath the scope of the Bitcoin white paper, and if it has anything that makes you question why doesn't it fit like that, you know, you should not probably get into it. And then let's say it checks off all of those things. Then you should really dive in and see like, where is this going? And that's why I love first principles of crypto projects like DBZen, because then they answer that question of, well, what are you doing with this project? Right now, the project needs to go into the Bitcoin white paper. And then we come down to that concept of consensus, you know, then we can add in the incentive part. Like, well, what are you getting from this? Is this first principle incentive, or, you know, are you going to have some backdoor shit going on that like now I'm incentivized to promote a backdoor so I can get the fuck in and then out, you know? I think that's why we're going to see the end of that era of crypto because of first principles, right? Having is smart. Now the next thing is, how do you protect that coin that's happening to have integrity going into the future? So it's not a pump and dump, right? Incentive, baby. My incentive in DBZen is to hold the coin. I get 100% of the fucking fees. And you could do it on any chain. I used to have a really nice bag here on Polygon, but I'm on ETH now. Kind of want to go back over here. See, look at me. See, the game starts over again. It's like, man, shit, is anybody gonna sell their inflation? Anybody gonna sell their inflation? Producing a XENblock gives you 10 XNM. Drops to 5 XNM in a couple months. Yep, it drops to 5 XNM on September 9th. How is your only address? Is that your only address you mine with XNM? Right now it is, because I just kind of started there. I have I guess a couple other ones, but I don't really use them. I guess I don't want to get too out of whack. Some people have been doing that because they can't transfer and they want to have like these sell bags, but I think that's like chasing a carrot, right? Just protect yourself and mine with one wallet so you stay organized. No need to like go and mine a bunch of different wallets. But yeah, you could if you wanted to. Nod and watch your lips moving, removing you because clever got this tricky, blah, blah, blah. What you saying, bro? Who's Nod? And what are they nodding about? But yeah, this is, everything's looking really good, bro. Like everything is looking really good. That's crazy though that I sold my only one I had. I'm sad now. Fuck. Now I'm not getting no yield. I sold the yield in it too. However much yield that was. Let's see. Is this popping back up? Let's see. Listed. Oh, I was at floor level because I did 3. So that's like the next thing I guess you're going to have to watch out here. The community is going to set the floor. So if the floor is below what everyone's seeing here, someone might come and just buy it because it's under the floor. That's just normal NFT shit. I just explained that with bitmaps. Like you have a valuable bitmap, and when it's in the middle of action so that you can get liquidity quick, you just list it. Because anyone that sees it, they're going to buy it. That's normal. Yeah, that's normal crypto stuff. So that's cool to see it already happening here. You don't even need to try it. And again, that FPOC, dude, that might be a DAO coming soon. And then everything might be coming out of that. Because this is like, this is kind of like identifying open source in this crypto world. Because open source doesn't have a name right now. But if it was considered first principles of crypto as the name of open sourced crypto, that could attract a lot of development and user base, because people would be able to identify and see that they're in an environment that is not outside of those principles. And then again, it goes back to you could put this under the Bitcoin white paper and you'll be able to understand what you're looking at. You don't need to go and read their white paper. Their white paper is running parallel with what you already understand. Yeah, this is funny too. Like somebody was saying like, we need to focus on onboarding people and teaching them about like their private keys. And then what my thought was like, yo, that's not progressive, because we all know that people won't be in crypto for private key. That will be a meme. It won't be a necessity. So building a whole organization around the private key is like going up against Coinbase. That's who's going to have the private key. So truthfully, keeping your mind evolving of how like a real user will use the space is going to be, again, it's going to draw you in, because that's where it comes up. Like, what does it look like? What does it look like if maybe there is a world where somebody buys an app and it mines them crypto? Because they don't need to know that they're mining crypto. They just need the phone and the app and then the pay to turn on the pub key, to turn on that public key. Again, y'all don't know what the fuck is getting ready to come out, bro. It's just going to be stupid wild. I'm like running this race by myself with a couple other people, and they're fucking going crazy right now. And this whole XNM thing, it's just so easy for them to, again, dream big. That's why I've been like, yo, yeah, dream bigger, man. There's some people really dreaming big right now, and Jack Levin's one of them. That guy, fuck, got to dream bigger than him and shit. That's why I'm like, yo, I'll run parallel with Jack for a little bit, and then once my bag is popping, like, I'm gonna create beef. I'm a 6ix9ine beef that fool. That's what's gonna happen. Me versus Jack Levin. Here, let's see if he said anything that special. Probably not though. Oh, 9 minutes ago. See, how you knowing this motherfucker be tweeting? X1 goal. Fastest EVM. How? Implement Solana style multi-ladder consensus. Multi-leader consensus. Use AI neutral network or neural network for performance analysis and quorum selection decision. Whoa. Yo, that's crazy. Bro, that's actually fucking insane. That's why he went into me with the AI people. I thought it was for Zen GPT, but that's just like a piece of the puzzle. This is really huge, because since we have a DAG style network, this will be an easy plug and play for someone who's got this neural AI network that they can just plug in. Like maybe it's an API already, right? You're just feeding it information. So you'd feed it data from the blockchain, all hashed out, all pseudo anonymous. Only if you identify yourself will people know that it's you. I mean, but that's Bitcoin. So that's part. I can see a lot of FUD coming out right now. Oh, you're giving away your data to X1 chain. I would rebuttal with like, how is this shit gonna get bigger if it's not a public garden like an X1 chain? Why would I go and give OpenAI everything? Right? Why would I go give Microsoft everything? Why am I gonna go give Apple everything? Why am I gonna go give Netflix everything? Why am I giving Elon everything? Right? When do we come to this decision that like we're giving everything to everything, or is everybody just gonna delete themselves? Like, what the fuck is gonna happen here? You know? So my rebuttal to that is it's a dead argument to think that you can be observed without your consent. That's a dead argument. You're gonna be observed regardless. The only way is to not be in the conversation about being observed. Like, that's the easiest way for me to actually see you. Man, that's kind of funny to think about. Yeah, a lot of people will be talking like tinfoil hat theory about being seen and shit, and it's like, if you don't want to be seen, why are you talking about being seen? That sounds backwards. This is huge. Somebody said don't think too much. I'm gonna say, if you know, you know. I'm mad that we don't have a number 3 here. Hey, there ain't a third thing we need to figure out. Just 2 things? Damn. We doing pretty good. X1 almost live. Shit. Only 2 things left. This is happening right now, though. So yesterday, Jack posted about this. What is this right here? So, this is pretty cool to see, because we had an issue. So it's fun because, again, they're not really telling us what's going on. It just happens, and then we wait for a response. And I mean, again, you might say to yourself, "Oh, you're a guinea pig." I would say this is free education, right? Some people will go and do a fucking they'll go and what are those things called? Focus groups. They'll go do a focus group for $40 on some stupid shit, but they won't go and test net some crypto where $1 billion potentially can flow through the fucking network. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And then that also doesn't, that's why it's like, it makes no sense to hate on someone who is experimenting with a larger idea. So being with Jack Levin, that's why, again, I'm saying dream big, because you have this guy who's dreaming bigger. Like, you can't dream bigger than him. Like, it's not possible right now. Unless someone else steps in and says, I'm dreaming bigger than Jack, I'm waiting for that. But everything he has put out so far is aligning with his goal, with his dream, right? So this is what's cool. We had a fork that happened because we learned about a bug in the consensus of the network, where if 33% of the staked coins are unstaked at one time, then the network can essentially gridlock, or like it can lock itself and no blocks will go, and you'll have to hard fork the chain to start again. Now we were able to do this because, again, we're in testnet, so we forked the chain after we discovered this bug. And again, Jack and team went and told Phantom. And what's funny, this gets really big because a team after us, this Demi Y or whatever. Yeah, this brand. I heard this Dementia. So they fork Phantom too. Oh man, they haven't posted since they went mainnet, right? Oh no, they posted yesterday. Oh, okay. Democracy has spoken. The first government proposal has been passed, enabling the network to meet a high demand. Okay, but yeah. So long story short, this thing, it came out, and they forked Phantom, and they found out the hard way about the staking and unstaking bug. Right? It's really not a bug, but what's going on is that again, the system just locks itself. You have to fork it and get it going again. It's a safety mechanism so that, again, like the system doesn't stop, or the system doesn't become slower. The system just stops so that you know there's a problem, and then you can, again, quickly identify where's the stop and then flip it. And we're all learning that together, watching Jack Levin teach us about how you do these called post-term mortems. I can't say the word right now, but yeah, they didn't do any of this stuff. They went live, failed on takeoff, had to fork the chain, and now they're trying to get their community back into believing that they're gonna do something amazing, right? So they're back on the price thing. Like we buy it under $10, like that's classic crypto, Andy. you sound like it's like now you're gonna have like crypto users that are like PhD level, and then you're gonna have crypto users that like just entered college. It's like, yo, you got to go find the PhDs inside of this world. So what happened was we forked the chain, and then we had a drop off again a couple of days ago. Everybody was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, our nodes have gone down, and it looks like they exposed the nodes to an unsanitized code path that was referencing wrong validator count, causing nodes to crash. So they like actually put in some bullshit to make sure that their fix for to make sure that the fix is there for bad validators pushing bad blocks, bad information essentially. So it ended up kicking off everyone, and then we all had to update and get back up to speed. And that's what's really, really cool about this thing that happened in X1, because this recovery right here, this is amazing. You want to see the network kind of get weird, and it's not like the network stopped. It's just that a lot of nodes turned off. So some nodes were running, some nodes weren't, and then people noticed it instantly, like, yo, my node isn't running anymore. So what Jack and team did was they instantly sent out a ping, hey, update all of your nodes right now, right? And those that are true, they were there ready to go. And yeah, here's one person. Shout out to Zen Artist for making this cute ass little tablet here. But yeah, we all had to update our nodes to a new RC3. Everyone was at RC1, so I don't know what fuck RC2 was. Maybe I missed it. I was at RC1. And we all went to RC3. It infected our nodes with brand new code. And then as everyone came back online and the network becomes more and more strong, you can see we're back at where we were at the tip off. So this is the type of stuff you want to see in blockchain technology. Where we are now, right? Crypto will always be underneath the Bitcoin blockchain white paper, the peer-to-peer electric cash system white paper. But where we're headed in crypto in general, in my personal opinion, is not in parallel with that. That's like classic cryptocurrency. We are moving into a more robust database portion of crypto, kind of like how in the internet, until MySpace came out, and then you had this canvas to paint. People were making websites with their MySpace, and then boom, Facebook makes a world that's governed by their UIs and their rules, right? Their servers. But then from that, you get Rock database or Pebble database that I just learned about, which is like something that they've created to have this robust database to make people like Facebook based on user experience, right? So it does feel like once everyone's having fun making their own websites, making their own shit coins, that of course something naturally spawns to bring back the organization of everything under one with a better database and user experience. And that's why people want to be there. It's just too easy. But yeah, that was really cool to see. And now we're living in it. And I'm excited to continue on. I'm even seeing, look at Zen still holding up here, waiting for it to pull the fuck back. But again, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think people got enough steam. Again, prove me wrong, please. Prove me wrong that you got enough steam. I honestly want to see it. I would love to see that amazing wick to just depths, and then I will gladly pick some of this stuff up. For reals. We need that burn record, baby. Producing XENblocks. So how they're going to figure out how much staking XNM will get you XN. That's crazy to think about. Well, so the way that the network works is the validators create XN. And then from the block rewards, they could essentially create the liquid XN for everyone else. And that's why it's going to be pretty unique. I'm sure they're not releasing a lot of information based on people trying to take the idea. When I think about it, if I could build it, I wouldn't talk about it either, because I wouldn't want anybody to comprehend maybe just a little bit of it to try to figure out how they could tweak their code to be like my code. So that's kind of why I think we're not hearing about what is this ratio. What we did get a hint on, though, is that block rewards won't inflate supply. So that is my curiosity, and something I want to get answered whenever we get that chance to get an AMA with Jack Levin. What is it that entitle? Like, what does that mean? Block rewards won't inflate the supply, like, because they're saying basically like from what they say, which I'm still trying to understand, is you're gonna claim your XN from the system, but the system's gonna burn XN before you get to claim it. So it's basically minting you coins that it's burning. And I'm very curious on what the fuck is that, bro. What do you mean? Like, where's the coins? Where's the liquidity pool? Like, there's so many question marks. That's part of development, though. They're supposed to keep me questioning. They're supposed to keep us questioning. Like, yeah, how do you make a liquidity pool, block reward, assumption idea? You know, I don't even know how to do that. My brain hurt just thinking about this shit. But they say they gonna do it, bro. I got faith. What server service provides the most X1 node validators using? Because diversification providing won't make it more decentralized. Minus using their own hardware, of course. But how much would that cost? So my thing is we have Jack Levin, and he's the data god, or he's like in servers. Like he's expressive about this idea that he's in servers. And whenever we were coming online in the beginning, he would say, oh, one of the data servers in Germany came online. Oh, we had a data server in London come online. So I think ASW and Google servers are for the public, and it's actually on the public. It's our responsibility to get away from ASW. And that's why, again, I hate other blockchains, because they are not user first. They're not telling you should go get your own hardware. You should bring network to the network. Most of them say, yeah, go spend $5,000 on a bunch of fucking servers, get a bunch of coins, stake them to ASW. That's like the running narrative right now in validation. I look at every single one of them because I was like, well, what the fuck is better than X1 now? I did a stream about it a couple days ago where I was like, look at this one. You got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. And every single one is set up in that garden of actually promoting users to Amazon. Like even Jeff Bezos and them know that like cloud is money, bro. That's the money of Jeff Bezos ain't making money off of people buying shit and send it to their door. If you're like me, what the fuck? You buy something, you go straight to Whole Foods afterwards and return that motherfucker. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't need this anymore. Like, Amazon's for renting. Who buys anything from Amazon? Like, I rent a bunch of shit from there, though. Sometimes I buy some shit that's unreturnable. But majority of the time, I'm buying that motherfucker to return it. So how are they making money? Oh, cryptocurrency, clout fucking hopium of people buying coins and spinning up servers for ghost chains. So I don't think, honestly, we're going to have that issue. I don't think the topic of discussion will not be, hey, you're using ASW, you need to become decentralized. Our topic of discussion will be, I started on ASW and now I have a server. That's my concept of what I believe a lot of people will be doing in our world. They'll be converting to hardware, because hardware is the only way to escape the cloud-based conundrum, which I also think is going to happen, because again, these referrals show me that if someone builds the right program, this Vast thing is way bigger. I don't know. Have you guys looked at Vast on crunch.io? Like, this is money, man. You want to quit your fucking job? You should be looking at where the money is. You might be listening to me, making some money. I get you. But that's why, like, again, my brain was freaking out this morning, because I was like, damn, like, I live in this world where people are really backstabbing each other for $300. And then I live in this world where people are backstabbing each other for a couple $100,000. Like, the drasticness of the value is insanity. Dude, there's literally people right now outside getting killed for their Jordans. Those are like 190 max, maybe 360 if it's classics or something, something nice. Bro, motherfuckers outside getting killed for their $2,000 car right now. You tell me you might accidentally get backstabbed on the internet for $100,000? Like, that's so crazy. Money game is crazy over here. So, looking at the money of Vast. Now, Vast, I saw they had a, what do you call it? Don't they have investments here? 2018. Where's their investments at? Where are your investments? Dan, did they take that shit off of here or what? Maybe they did. They're like, we can't show them investments anymore. Damn it. Darn it. But yeah, they I think it when I rolled up over here though, it showed on the Google. What'd the Google say? Oh, right here. Is this it? Vast data. That's not vast AI though. Yeah, that's not vast AI. Maybe that. I mean, I thought I saw it that they've already started series rounds for vast AI. Okay. Vast AI's technology series A summary. Oh, they're just not showing the money. Yeah, they're just not showing me the money. Oh, I gotta log in. All right, whatever. But yeah, so this is something else. Oh my god. Whatever. I could do RunPod. I know for a fact RunPod got some numbers up. RunPod looks better too. But yeah, so essentially, this is what I'm trying to get at too. Like, I'm not gonna do it. It's not gonna be me. But I will talk about it, and I will put some energy behind it for whatever the fuck. But like, I feel like we need a decentralized version of this. And essentially, if you make the right pitch deck, you could pitch to investors the same fucking thing that RunPod pitched, and you use Xenium as the like the thing that's gonna bring in the people. Oh, they're not even showing you the money they raised here either. You gotta like unlock it. That's crazy. Like, and that's what I mean. That's what I'm getting at. I'm like, in 3 years, people are gonna be making pitch decks with Xenium in the pitch deck, with X1 in the pitch deck, and like the customer won't even know it, or the VC won't even know it. They'll just be like, "Wow, you were able to make all this happen. Like, why? What's the technology?" And then it's in the technology. It's similar to how when people started making ad agencies based on Google Ads, and then it was like, now you can go to a business and be like, "Hey, we can help you get better ad space because I learned Google fucking ads." And now you make a whole business based on that shit. That's crazy. Yeah, Crunchbase is a good place to find organizations. But yeah, cloud infrastructure. This is going to be huge funding. Probably going to go into cloud infrastructure. And again, that's why it's like, yo, why wouldn't you want to be in Zen when it's basically like cloud infrastructure is like the ETF of Zen. Like, oh yeah, if people take the bait on cloud infrastructure and then it's backed by Xenium, they're gonna need Zen to get X in, because they're gonna be mindfucks to think they need X in to get X in them. Right? And that's how you start the wheel the other way. Right now the wheel is rolling where it's like you should probably mine X and M and not Zen, because at some point people will probably be selling their Zen for X and M, and you want to be having the supply to sell to them so you can get your Zen back, or you can get the Zen that you were looking for. Right? And then as the pendulum switch back and it's like, oh, we're going back to mining, and then people show up again and they're like, oh shit, I need to fucking stake a bunch of X into my node because I need to keep the APR up. Right? And then now they're like, fuck it, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get some X and M because I need more XN to stake to the node. Right? And I can stake the XN tokens, and it's like, oh shit, now everybody's showing up trying to grab my X and M. Now I gotta rotate out and take some XN tokens. That's what you probably would want to do, is trade X and M for XN at that point. So then you're always staying in the middle of your hourglass. Like, in the concept of everything is just to stay in the middle, right? Stay in the fucking middle, and then you won't have to go to Crunchbase and figure out where the fucking money is, because you're just in the middle of the money all the time. So yo, whoever's gonna build this idea, let me know. I'll put some X and N towards it, and you'll win. I got some X and M to donate to a really bright idea. What we researching? What's up, Code Cluster? Hey, we're researching cloud computing possibilities. What is this? Elevator. Because that's what my thing is. Well, like right now, I'm like saying to myself, bro, if you really wanted to get a job right now, what the fuck would you do? Like, I haven't had a job for almost a year now. I'm like full of skills, but I hate working with no finish line. It's like, I like an ambiguous finish line. I like a finish line, and then it's like, oh, we got another lap. It's like, fuck, I thought that was finished. I like things like that. I hate when the end game is a pizza party. Oh, great quarter, guys. Oh, we got you some pizza and some health care. But you're never going to use because you're going to stay healthy anyways because you got to get a better job. Right. So all that shit's traveling through my brain right now. And I'm like, yo, where do I really, if I was really to apply myself to another brand outside of the Zen world, where would I want to apply what I have going on? And that's why I've been looking at these AI research companies. And I see a lot of them are low in employees. So it gives off the vibe like, okay, yeah, actually AI is where you really want to be right now in general, because there's not enough people there. Like you can't even have a large AI company. But in the future, whatever this 11 labs thing is, they're going to go from 11 to 50. Or they're at 11 to 50 employees right now. They're for sure going to 100 employees, bro. These AI companies are going to have to be humongous to keep up with other AI companies. Right? Your competition is going to be Google, where people freely give away their fucking experiences, their hallucinations. Right? And again, that's why I think AI is going to be about getting hallucinations in an environment where you can capture it. And that's, again, why we just saw this tweet from Jack about using AI neural link network to perform analyze and quorum selection decisions. This is motherfucking huge. Like, you gotta be, again, brain dead to not see what's going on here. Like, there's people literally already in this race, bro, and they don't have a blockchain behind them. They have to like raise money. They have to raise money, right? Then they have to go and find people to be part of it. It's like, oh, that's so 2000s. Like, in this new future, you just create a blockchain and then you put all the apps on it and tell people to pull up. That's the future. Because then the next app store will come from the apps that come from the blockchain app store. Just like right now, right? Like, Steve Jobs been predicted all of the things we live in. That's why we live in his world, RIP. Like, you can look at all the way back to when he was in Next, when he made his own computer. He was talking about how professionals control personal PCs, not scientists and librarians. Professionals going to make an app that they're going to need to use to make another app so they can make the fucking app that they're trying to make. They're going to make 3 apps before they make the app that they fucking make. So this is normal, right? The hardest thing after the professional makes something, after 11 labs makes something, is them selling it to you. Right? The pricing tab. Oh, you can get it for free, and then you get the freemium. This is normal. You can learn about this in a year. Just learn UX design. You can learn about all this stuff. Right? They're chancing you. And that's why, again, I think startup world really is dead. I've worked in startups. I think this shit is dead. I think connecting yourself to an industry and solving a problem and taking that startup to the next level is the future. That is the future. Taking a problem to the next level. And that, like, why wouldn't this man literally is saying things that I'm not even thinking about, using AI neural networks to perform for performance analyzation and quantum selection decision. Like, what the fuck? I bet most people just are reading this part though. Solana style. Oh, it's gonna be like Solana, bro. Oh, it's gonna be like Solana, bro. I'm over here like AI neural networks. Shit. I'm about to make my own 11 labs, bro. What the fuck they doing over here? What's the research they doing, bro? Let's see what they doing, bro. They got products. All right, let's see their products, bro. They got text to speech. That's open AI. See, this is why I hate fucking startups, bro. Startups also, like, it's not full of dreamers. It's full of bunch of people. I mean, I'm shitting on them, but like, I've worked in a startup, and again, my problem with the startup I worked at was I created a job title that was not in the job, and they didn't know what to do with me. Still to this day, and I was mind fucked out of it, because if I was smarter, I would have fit myself into their business model. But instead, I was 28 and I was like, fuck you guys. So it's a 5-year reflection right now. So I was like, fuck you guys. I'm talented. I'm going to go find my talent. Someone's going to fucking love me, right? Instead of me identifying like, hey, I'm actually in a really good position right now. I've created my own role. I'm buddy-buddy with the CEO of this startup that's going ready to be huge because they're getting into the electricity. And they were telling me this stuff. They were telling me, Brandon, we need to get into infrastructure. That is where the money is. I was like, dude, I don't understand. I'm 28. I'm trying to be a rapper. No, I'm just kidding. I was trying to be a DJ or whatever the fuck I was trying to do. What the fuck I was trying to do 5 years ago? I don't know. Again, time spins, happenings happen, and it's a whole new spreadsheet. But yeah, like reflection on that time, if I would have dove in deeper, I could have found a solution that was already probably there for me. But instead, I was clouded and misjudging my opportunities because I was in a startup where that's the environment. The environment is to misjudge opportunities on purpose, to have a hallucination so you make up something that didn't exist when they pitched the fucking business to the VCs, right? Like I was a living, breathing piece of not the puzzle at multiple places I've been already. Like, damn, motherfucker, you wasn't supposed to be like this, bro. What the fuck? And again, now I comprehend it, right? So it's like, okay, if you go into a startup, follow the rules and be part of the goal, whatever their goal is, that's your goal, not anything beyond that. And again, that's why I think startups suck now, because so many people think like me. And it's the problem of the startup. They created that. But not to be on a personal tip, right? Because you probably feel the same way. You got to remember it's a startup, and that's the fire of being in a startup. Is that if it is successful, if it is bought out, if it does find the light at the end of the tunnel, you could be entering at the ground level of something new. And again, that's why it's like, yo, where would I fucking work next? Who deserves this ledger, bro? I don't know if this is it. I need to get a coin Crunchbase account, actually. Maybe that's how I'll start. Maybe I'll try to get a job. Getting so fucking bored with reality, might just get a fucking senior position somewhere. So it's like, fuck it, run it up. But it would need to be artificial intelligence. I would want a senior role at an artificial intelligence, like product development, like idea. For sure. For sure. Try not to shill, but you can find it. What you about to shill, bro? Hey, what up, Busy? What was your title? Oh, blockchain is why we are here. Oh, earlier I was relating all of the concepts of crypto as just being relatable pieces to the Bitcoin blockchain white paper, and how everything just falls into the same principles as this thing. So everything is everything, but in blockchain. People hate on jobs, but it's a nice little routine. I mean, yeah, that's all a job really is. You see, though, that's like, what's funny is like, for me, I've only had my like job world. When I was a kid, I worked at a pizza shop. So from 15, I'll never forget this shit. I was robbed of my iPod and my cell phone at a basketball practice. Somebody legitly, some older heads, they saw me walk. I noobed it. I was at my school was kind of hoodie. Or my school was hood as fuck. But like, I walk in, you know, I had my iPod on, and I threw that shit in my backpack and went to basketball practice like an idiot, right? And you never walk in, and now I know, but like back in the day, I was like, whatever, nobody's gonna go rob my ass. So, motherfucker steal my shit. My dad takes me to a pizza restaurant to cheer me up and shit, because I'm all bummed out and like my iPod got stolen and shit. And then the guy at the pizza spot was like, you need to just work for that iPod, get a new iPod. And then the motherfucker offered me a job, bro. So like, that's how I was birthed into getting a job. Like, somebody threw a job at me because of a bad situation I was in. I wasn't really in a bad situation. I was just a young kid who just fucking lost something that they thought was precious, right? But maybe seeing that passion or something was good. I ended up working that job, bro, from 15 till I was 19, right? And Fast forward, that was the job, going to college and shit. Then I ended up working at the Nike store. And you know what's funny is like when you're a kid, you want to work at retail. Like you want to be in the spot, like where all your friends are going to show up or where all the activity is. So you want to be in that environment thinking you're making something better. Right. So I worked at Nike and it was cool. But right after that, literally, I had a BlackBerry and my friends dared me to apply for the Apple store. I was like 100% against Apple in 2000 forever. And I had like a BlackBerry, bro. I had a PC. I had like a super sick ass Dell. I wasn't really doing nothing. I was just photoshopping. And the reason for me and the PC was it was easy to crack and torrent on a PC. So I was very attached to that P2P life. And I was saying like Apple is not, because again, it was pushing app stores. I'm naive. I didn't realize that that's where the money is. So, you know, work at the Apple store, perfect candidate because I'm not dripped in Apple. So I'm speaking literal instead of like maxi, you know. So everything was coming out when I was working at Apple. The iCloud came out, the transition from flip phone to smartphone, the transition from personal laptop or like professional laptop to consumer laptop. That's the MacBook Air. Like the birth of the MacBook Air is insanity. That shit killed PCs, bro. That shit killed computer life in general. Like that's why now people are wearing the fucking computer on their face, because essentially once Apple allowed that to happen, it kind of like opened up the world, right? So yeah, I worked at Apple for like 8 years, and then I was like, fuck this, I want to be bigger. I did everything at the Apple store but become like a senior leader. Once I got to that level, it was like I have education, I have skill, what more can I do? And then that's why I went and worked for a startup, because it was the natural progression of the Apple store. It's like, oh, you give all this time to this big tech company that tries to act like a startup, that a startup is nothing but, you know, a bunch of people trying to get something off the ground like Apple, right? So I worked for a tech startup, gave it my all for 5 years. And then I had to do the same thing. It was like I sped up time. Instead of being there for 8, I was only there for 5. I was like, oh, this isn't giving me anything. Like, I need to elevate myself. And then that's when I went and worked at Coinbase right after that, right? So, and then what's funny is I worked at Coinbase thinking, again, like, oh, shit, we're here, y'all. We made it. This is the moment. Like, we working for Coinbase. Like, back, you know, I'm a worker. I'm a fucking server, I guess, at this point. Started a server, still thinking server life. That's kind of funny to say. And then 5 months into my Coinbase experience, they just lay me the fuck off after I helped them build what is the identity workflow for someone getting robbed or whatever. Just basically standards of procedures to help you when you get fucked, because they needed a human touch. That's my whole thing was like, right, I got laid off at the best time, because that was when it exposed that AI needs a human touch. And sometimes they're going to do these bulk load hires in tech to get a human touch to program the AI. Then they're going to fucking cut everybody away. It's going to just be an ongoing thing. And that's why, again, if you work in a tech startup, my one tip is just stay on track. Like, do not go off track. Do not try to be a bigger dreamer. That's not what it's for. Come to X1 chain to dream big. Come to blockchain to dream bigger. You know, startups are great to make some profit. And again, like Busy said, have a fucking routine. You know, wake up, make some shit, eat some shit, do some shit, watch some shit, fuck some shit, sleep and shit. There you go. But again, I think if you want to try to manipulate the planet, X1's going to be your best move, because even then, here's my more speed up time machine vibes. So after that, I got another manager role working for a startup that was similar to the one I left. And fuck that startup. I worked there for 6 months. I got the fuck out of there. That's when I started streaming last year. So that's like me now where I am. Like I realize faster and faster and faster and faster that like everything's a fucking game. And now I'm like at this point where it's like, yo, if you really are looking at a brand and you're really looking at a company and you're really looking at the time that you're going to spend there, which one of these stupid little logos is gonna give me the best experience. That's all it is. Everything. Which one of these stupid logos is gonna give me a good experience? I'm already fucking happy. You know, I'm talented, I'm educated. There's nothing more it can offer to me. It's me offering my vibe to it. And again, that's why sometimes I just don't give things my attention, because it's just like, nigga, I'm on that $1 billion flow right now. But bro's really at Apple early as fuck. Bro, at the Apple store in 2011, what was mad funny was like, we were so hip to the game that we were able to do these things. We had like jailbreaks, and this is like, okay, fuck it. Hopefully this shit doesn't get me fried. Whew. All right. Some insider shit, but it wasn't insider. It was on the internet, and we all learned about it because we was in the Apple store. But when the iPhone had the jailbreak, and you can get to like Cydia very easily, you could load Cydia on your phone, and then you could change the ICID, which was like the identity of the iPhone. And what we would do was we would find VC-backed food companies. This is like before DoorDash, before Postmates. They had this thing called GoPayGo, right? Let's see if we can find this shit. Man, we ruined these motherfuckers. It was GoPayGo. GoPayGo was backed by JP Morgan. This right here, bro, here's a memory down lane bullshit right here, bro. This was one of the very first fucking apps you could like buy food and go and walk and pick that shit up, right? This sounds like an eternity ago, but yeah, in 2013, you just could not do that shit. Like 10 years ago, you could not just buy food and go and get it. Like you would still call it like, hey, can I get something to pick up? Like now the only thing I do that for is like Chinese food. Like I'll call them like, yo, can I make a pickup? You know, but like this shit right here, bro, GoPayGo was sponsored by every VC possible because everybody was trying to jump behind it. And what they forgot to do was they forgot to like make it so that you couldn't change your phone ID like in the app. Like it didn't use like a good service program or whatever to like make sure that it identified what device it was on. So what we were able to do was we could just change the ID number on our device, and we could just use the VC promo codes to just buy food. This is when I lived in SF, bro. GoPayGo launched as a mobile app August 9th, 2011. After piloting with restaurants in Mountain View, they rebranded as GoPayGo, went live in San Francisco. GoPayGo has plans to expand to Dallas, New York cities. GoPayGo also made an appearance working for food trucks, Microsoft Bing, South by Southwest in 2012. I love how their history has nothing after 2012. Finances on February 12th, JP Morgan Chase, you know, I'm not fucking crazy, announced that the investment of an undisclosed amount of GoPayGo as his first round service company to partner with GoPayGo. Chase Payment Techs is the processors of GoPayGo transactions. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't think this is around anymore though. I love how this like wiki page, it just doesn't let it die. So it must be still around. But yeah, so like they fucked up, and this word got out that like, yeah, what the fuck is this? Oh, they changed up to something else. Now it's called Double Beam. But we would change the ACCID, and I would just get free food all throughout San Francisco. This is like how I survived in college, bro. Was with my hacked iPhone and GoPayGo. Me and my girl would eat lab. Like, girl, hold on, let me order some food real quick. Like, you gonna go in? I'm gonna go in. We was running that shit up, bro. You can't do that shit no more, though. I don't think so. You live in NY, yeah? Yeah, now I live in Brooklyn. I moved here into Brooklyn in 2017. So, been here for a minute. And one of the reasons why I wanted to move to New York was because, again, I'm a DJ. So, that was a major lens of the move. But also, I was getting into crypto, and I wanted to see what Wall Street was like. So, knowing that I was in the area where a lot of the money's being made, it was easy to just observe it. And yeah, now I feel like this part of my life, living in New York, necessary. I would recommend for anyone out there in the real world that thinks about traveling or thinks about changing their environment. I highly recommend it, even if it's uncomfortable. I'm a West Coast motherfucker, came to the East Coast, never visited before, just fucking moved here. Now I say dead ass. It's fucked up. I still ain't got no Timbs though. I still don't got no Timbs. What district of Brooklyn is in the ocean? That's too fucking close, man. You're just gonna have to know we in the map. We on the map. Question: any recommendations for cold wallets for Kincoin? Thanks for the info. Kincoin, isn't that like what was that shit called? It was like some what was that app called? That app is hella gone. I don't know what Kincoin is, but I remember Kincoin from way back in the day. I would say sell that shit. Fuck a cold wallet. Whatever that is, bro. Get rid of it. The mute button is everything. VeChain got an EVM upgrade. Oh, so that's why everybody's going hard for VeChain? I was wondering why that shit came back to life. I hate VeChain though. I hate VeChain because they were trying to make it seem like they was going to be taking over the wine industry. I was like, oh shit. Supply for wine? I'm naive. Now I drink wine, and I would truthfully say the wine shop I go to, they would be like, what the fuck do we need blockchain for? Like, bro, just remember that shit. It's actually harder if you remember the wines because it means you like it, right? Versus the blockchain remembering the wine for you. I'm just saying. Yeah, VeChain on its last legs, man. Get the fuck out of this shit. Look at this. This thing didn't pop off since this era. But yeah, I got into VeChain back here in 2018. Man, this coin dead as fuck, bro. This grandpa ass coin right here. And they just got EVM. Gas. Gas. Yeah, that's gassy. Who else is up here? This man, Immutable sneaking up, bro. I'm actually starting to think nowadays you're better off getting new coins. Like nothing. If it has a tail of 2019, 18, 17, fuck that coin. That coin too old, boy. You want it needs to have a tail that ends at like 21, 22, the last bull run, because they went through some shit already. It's sped up though, you know. It's like me and my jobs. Like again, like I'm a young kid. I work really long. I'm a bigger kid. I work really long. I'm a grown man. I'm working shorter and shorter and shorter spans because I comprehend what it is that is being sold to me or told to me, and that's gonna be. It's called Moore's law. Everything comes at you 2 times faster. Shout out to the Moors, my brothers. Yeah, Moore's law is the observation that the numbers of transcenders on an integer circuit will double every 2 years with minimal rise in costs. So this is designed for processors, but I honestly think that this concept of observation is this is a huge thing to connect to your reality, because you observe. Like that's why I like to use the word I'm going to observe this chart instead of I'm going to watch this chart, because this word is a better word to use than watch, because watch really means you're watching it. But if you're observing it, you can apply Moore's law to the observation, and then that's going to allow you to see that, yo, if this can double in 2 years, what the fuck? And or it's going to do what it's done to me at least, and it goes, hey, I don't like this. I'm fucking done with it. And that should come faster and faster and faster and faster, hopefully priming your life to be some sort of experience that you're inclined to enjoy, right? Damn, this is funny. I started my stream off talking about like 15 years ago, because it's true. Yeah, 15 years ago, dude, I was a kid, bro. I was a fucking child. Now I'm like a grown up, like out of nowhere, just wake up. Hey, man, you're a fucking old man. I'm not even old, but you know what it is. There's people 25 right now getting laid off. Their life is over in tech, man. Dude, tech is so cutthroat right now. Let's see tech layoffs. Damn, Cisco says they're cutting 5% of their global force. That's amounting to 4,000 jobs. Damn, Cisco, Instacart, Firefox. This is what I'm saying, man. This is a really big conversation, and no one's really talking about it because a lot of people, again, they see crypto as like a risk off. What the fuck is this? Layoffs.fyi. Tech layoff tracker. Oh, shit. Damn. This is a troll. Bro, this is a troll. Oh, damn. This is a troll. This is a troll. Because there's power to these layoffs. No one's talking about it, though, because they don't want you to think it. But actually, in actuality, in tech, again, like I'm a tech worker. I've been working in tech fucking ever. And I've been through the ringer. I've been laid off. I've come back, and I've realized it's not really where you want to be. So I'm sure a lot of other people are going to go through this experience for the next 2 years. They're going to go find something new. They're going to try to do something new. They're going to realize that's not them. They're going to go and try the old thing that they did. They're going to realize that they hate it. And then they're going to be 2 years behind me again. So the best thing to do right now if you get laid off is to put all your money into Bitcoin. That sounds crazy, but this is something that I was telling a lot of my other tech friends, because this is where our economy starts. It starts at $50,000 Bitcoin. After Bitcoin takes off from here, anyone in tech that's deving, you can just take Bitcoin and you'll be able to pay your rent. The rails are there for you to cash out. Just take Bitcoin, right? If you want to make websites, just open up a Fiverr account and just take Bitcoins. It's going to keep growing aggressively and aggressively. The more education you give yourself, right, then you can be like, all right, fuck it, I'll take Ethereum, right? But I would say go even deeper, and that's why you should find Zen and you should find X1, because if you're going to take Bitcoin and you're going to take ETH, why wouldn't you want to develop something else to make it so people just give it to you where you don't have to take it anymore, right? And that's the evolution of a developer. People give until you come to be like, nah, fuck that, I'm taking that shit, right? And I honestly think tech layoffs are driving Bitcoin's price. A lot of people who are going to get these severance packages are going to be buying Bitcoins with them. Because it's just going to be a better hedge. Just like, do I want to hedge my severance in the dollar and try to find another job? Or do I want to hedge my severance into Bitcoin and potentially learn a new skill and create something new? Which looks like, which side of the pendulum do you want to be on, you know? Damn, let's look at this, though. This is crazy. Companies with layoffs. Fetch Tech. So one today, 25%. Jeez. 25% of the motherfuckers. Toast. Oh, damn. Toast laid off 550 people. Toast. Damn, I kind of like using that app too. See, I'm also starting to think we might start seeing boycotts happen in tech world, where tech company or tech workers say, yo, I ain't never using that shit ever again. And then that's gonna fuck it up. Like, it's gonna fuck up the brand. That's why, like, when I got laid off at Coinbase, dude, they did everything to make sure that I fucking love Coinbase at the end. They did everything. It's like they thought about it. Like, how can we make sure they do not fucking hate us, because we still want them to use Coinbase, because they brought all these ideas. That's basically what the whole thing was, bro. They fucking hired us, took our ideas, and then kicked us out with a parachute. I think I'm still soaring down on my Coinbase high right now. I think I'm still 2 years later going, damn, they laid me off pretty all right. Some people are gonna get fucked, bro. Like, here's a layoff fun fact from the Coinbase thing. They gave me my health insurance for the rest of the year. They laid me off in July, and they were like, you gotta have healthcare until December. I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy. So that's what I mean. These layoffs too, they're like procedures that these companies are building in to this idea that they can roll over employees, and that's how you get part of that game. And again, maybe I'm discovering something I shouldn't discover, but I did work at a startup, again, where I made up my own role, and I hit a ceiling because the VCs did not have any expansion package for what I created. And then I seen what it is for the VCs to create an exit package for sayonara, motherfucker. It's two different fucking worlds, bro. I'm at the top, like, yo, I'm kicking it with the CEO, and then I'm at the bottom getting kicked out of a plane feeling like a CEO. Like, I don't understand it. So I feel for anyone that's getting laid off right now and has a horrible compensation package, because there's probably a lot of tech companies that can't afford to lay you off. So they for sure gonna take a loss 2 times. You and your motherfucking unemployment check. That's so funny. So I'm kind of ramping and raging right now, but if you in tech, man, you feel me. Fucking, it's so hard to work in technology nowadays. It's just free ideas. If I get laid off, I need my rent paid for at least 3 months. Did you get Coinbase stock? Yeah, actually, I did get Coinbase stock. That's why it's super funny too, bro. I worked there for 5 months and they gave me fucking stock. It was literally like in my personal opinion, my experience at Coinbase was so VC driven, bro, that I feel like I was hired to get fired. Like, I don't even know what game we playing anymore. Like, what kind of game in work world are we playing when you're hired to get fired? You know who? It's like when you go into an interview now, you almost need to ask that question, like, hey, what's the job security here? Like, what happens if I get fired here? Is this job known for doing compensation? You know, like, it's like, that's like a new interview question for the interviewee. You should probably be asking that shit in tech. Off the rip, when they say, do you have any other questions? Yes. How do you guys lay people off? I fucking need to know, because that's going to tell me whether or not this is lit or not. Y'all giving motherfuckers the rest of the year with insurance? They're like, we give you 2 months of insurance. Don't do it. If their layoff package is 2 months of insurance, they're broke. You're there to fill a hole. You gonna quit. You ain't gonna get fired. You gonna quit. I've done it too many times now. Yeah, then the last job I had before I just started streaming every day and just focusing on crypto in general. I was like I said, I had crypto under a microscope, but now I technically tell people I work in crypto now. Like, I'm out and about. I'm like, bro, I work in crypto. I work for Zen.network. And I just keep it legit because I do think you're going to be able to make a technology business based on this experience. There's just way too much free game for you not to become a CEO. And not have to go through this, not have to work at Cisco and be collateral damage. 4,250 people. Fuck, dude. That's fucking crazy. That's actually really crazy, bro. People be talking about people dying. Bro, look at that. This is people dead in the office. Look at these people that just died in the office. Like, Jen was here yesterday, but now she's dead because they fired her. She's just not here anymore. Yeah, when I got laid off from Coinbase, it was 2,000 people. So what was funny about that layoff too, with the perception of the 2,000 people, what was really, really funny was Coinbase had one of the biggest layoffs. I think, yeah, it was the funniest thing about that Coinbase layoff is they made like a group. And you can type in Coinbase 18%. Because it was like all of a sudden Coinbase hired all these people and then they just deleted like 18% of the workforce. Yeah, here it is. June. Coinbase lays off 18% of their workforce as executives prepare for a recession and crypto winter. Actually, but this is what I'm saying. They did this at the perfect time. This was right before Bitcoin blasted off, and then right before it dumped. So their books were nice. Their books were nice. And again, the craziest thing in that VC trap was they got so many good free ideas. Mind you, before the layoff happened, that's when the NFT gallery came out for Coinbase. That's when Base became a thing. It was codenamed. So now you can talk about it. Fuck, it's out. But like, yeah, back in 22, it was codenamed. All right, where is that at? June 22. Right here. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that was right at the bottom. And now look at all that work people did. They made it AI essentially, and now they get to ride the wave, and all that energy from them humans, they consolidated that shit in our hopes and dreams. I don't really know what to call it, but yeah, Coinbase is going to be doing great. That's why again I'm pro Coinbase. Fuck it, they gave me some. It's like either you could be pissed off you got laid off, you know, or you can try to recognize what happened here, you know. So that's why I look at this Coinbase chart. I see the way they did the layoff, and I'm actually super bullish on Coinbase now, because I honestly think this is a monster. This thing is connected to Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's at 50,000, what the fuck is a Coinbase stock going to be? You know? So I'm holding my stocks. Maybe that was the blessing from Coinbase. They knew they were fucking me, so they gave me some stocks to be like, yo, yeah, we ass fucking you, bro. So here's some stocks. Like, because what kind of job gives you stocks in 5 months? It's pretty funny. They pay you tech stocks, which is like a crypto stock, monopoly money. Yeah, I mean, that's every tech company. They pay you the tech stocks. Managers are probably still got notes, books, and all that from 2 years ago. Actually, what's funny about Coinbase is when we got laid off, they gave us $1,000 to give back the hardware. And that exposed something to me too. I was like, damn, they can give us $1,000 to give it back the computers. Like, that's fascinating. And then now when layoffs happen at a lot of places, they'll just beg you to give it back. But what's happening is that if you don't give back the computer, they have to take an L on a loss, technology loss. So if they can recover the computer, it's better for taxes. And that's kind of why, like, some businesses, they fucking rage for you to get it back. But you don't really need to give it back, because that's on them. They should have performed a better system to get the technology back, rather than, oh, I'm going to send you a box and you just send it back. Or, oh, you just go to FedEx and drop it off. Like, actually, if they saying that shit to you, you need to keep saying, send me a box in my house. Fuck you mean, walk to FedEx. You trying to get me to help you with your tax write-off. Fuck you. You better send me that motherfucking box. I ain't leaving this house. But yeah, so Coinbase exposed that for me, because they wanted them computers back. So they gave people money to get the computers back. Another question in your interviewee tech interview. Hey, do we get to keep the technology if we laid off? Remember to build in that layoff questions. They got a whole website now. That's how much we getting laid off in tech nowadays. Somebody went and trolled and made a whole ass website. Wow, I can see 22. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. In 2022, does this show it? Nah, it doesn't show it like that. That'd been kind of cool. Yeah, this is pretty funny. The Mozilla layoff is insane, though. But Mozilla doesn't really need anyone. And Spotify. Damn, yeah, Spotify really dumped a lot of people. All right, I'm done talking about this shit. That's my tip. My tip for anyone out there that's in the tech world that's working hard, grinding their ass off. Don't worry. Your boy Crypto Bruh did it too. And that's why I go so hard in crypto, because I don't want to have to work for no fucking body. I'm going to work for my goddamn self. And that's why I follow, or I'd rather be in the boardroom with people that are pushing the status quo than just be behind a bunch of people talking about it. I'd rather see someone working it out. So hopefully that gets you to understand me a little bit better. But I'm about to hit the gym. I don't know what you finna do, but it's Friday. I ain't got no job. I'm gonna go get I'm gonna go pump it up. That's what I'm gonna do right now, man. But hey, we'll be back on Monday. We'll see what happens this weekend. You stay zen. You stay real. Don't let this world take you under like it always tries to. Be that beam of light, I like to say. Be the beam of light. Peace.
not